What's up, people? Your man is back, Big Boss Calvin 83. I have to talk about this. No, I was looking at my feed. And they were talking about Brian Banks deserving justice, and I also listened to the D.L. Hughley show, and they were talking about how tragic and wrong and unfair and evil of what happened to Brian Banks, and how he was a victim by an evil ass hood rat bitch, Wanetta Gibson. And there was a big debate: what should women be prosecuted for false rape accusations, or just lying on men? Period. And people should be prosecuted for when people lie on another person. Period. And if you use race in it, that should be a hate crime. That definitely should be a hate crime. And when people make false accusations, it's like, I remember a woman, a Caucasian female, falsely accused a man. She didn't say what ethnicity he was, tying her up and kidnapping her. I did a video on that. That's a form of misandry. That's a form of women being sexist towards men. Well, I don't know why people think women cannot be sexist against men. I don't understand. I'll say that again. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why in the hell do you think women cannot be sexist? Period. Why do y'all think women cannot be sexist towards men? They're trying to take the same legitimate argument. Actually, there's a legitimate argument about when us as so-called black people speak on racism. We cannot be racist against Caucasian people. We don't got no damn power. We don't own nothing. We don't control a goddamn thing. We don't have no wealth. We don't have no influence. We don't control the banks. We don't control the education system. We don't write laws to get, and when we are the privileged group and have the wealth and the power and resources to oppress another group of people. We have never colonized. We never enslaved people, raped and pillaged, stole their resources, raped their women and children, and raped men too. We never exploited people. We never committed genocide on other groups of people. We never stole their land. You know what I'm saying? We have never deceived people and stole their intellectual property, take credit for inventions that we did not make, lie and rewrite history and destroy disrespect another person's heritage and destroy their history of who they are and rob them of their foundation of their culture. Women can be sexist too. Women can be sexist too. Women can be sexist against men too. Anybody can be sexist. Okay? The reason why I say women can be sexist, I'll tell you why. Because the people, y'all say, well, men control stuff. No. Tell me what the fuck a black man can control. What is the fuck does the black man, especially whether he's poor or rich, wealthy, even a few who are wealthy, what power do we have in this goddamn country and worldwide to oppress another group of people, to oppress another ethnic group of people, to practice sexism? Black men cannot be sexist nor racist. Black people cannot be racist. Okay? So men's people that women can be sexist, especially that Caucasian female. But they don't go after Caucasian males unless this dude has lost his power and is not part of the status quo no more. Then they treat him like shit. Women, especially Caucasian females, actually the first bitch who was hypergamous was a Caucasian female. A lot of these Negro females, why they act the way they act and have the nasty attitude and disrespectful disposition towards men of color, came from Caucasian females with their hateful shit, with their hateful racist man-hating asses. Okay? Women can be sexist too. Anybody can be sexist. Both men and women. That goes both ways. The reason why, and in this gynocentric culture, women can be sexist because they got female privilege. The only men who got so-called male privilege are the ones who are running the show. And who they're fucking. Who's giving them the pussy? Other females. So that goes to show you how hypergamous these bitches are. Hell, you got damn near almost 60% of Caucasian females voting for Donald Trump. What does that tell you? Why does Donald Trump act the way he does and have the attitude he has? Because women enable that bullshit. They put up with this bullshit. And if Donald Trump was a broke-ass cracker, broke-ass trailer park motherfucker, they probably likely, even if a Caucasian male is broke, he still have other options. He has other options to get with other women. Or if he can't get that top of the line Caucasian female, he can get a woman of another ethnicity. You got Negro females, you got Asian females, you got Latina females, you know what I'm saying? He still got options to get. He could be broke and poor and ugly as hell and still get a badass chick of another ethnicity. He just can't maintain the Caucasian supremacy. You know, getting with a Caucasian female, because most Caucasian females don't look at a poor Caucasian male's way. Unless they are that staunch, you know, Caucasian supremacist, so-called white pride bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So back on the subject. I was listening to the D.L. Hughley show. And I also did, I was reading what was on my feed on Google. Talk about Brian Banks with his project, Final Appeal, that's going to be appearing on the Oxygen TV network. You know what I'm saying? This brother, I feel for this brother. You know what I'm saying? But but you know what? Let me say it like this. You know, Brian Banks want to have love and compassion for women who claim to be victims of violence and sexual harassment, sexual assault and battery, victims of rape. I'm like, let me tell you, Brian Banks, if you're listening to me, if you listen to BBC 83, BBC, Big Boss Calvin, fuck them bitches. I don't give a fuck about them. Why the fuck am I gonna have love and compassion for a bunch of bitches who lied on me? Why am I gonna give a damn about women, what women go through when rather they are victims of a sex crime or not from a man? When you are a victim of a sex crime too, you are a victim of misandry. That bitch Wanetta Gibson, that Negro bedwench, coon ass, low life, hair frying hood rat cunt, Negro peeing mammy, low life motherfucking parasite, bitch times 100. I mean, she's the worst type of bitch. She's that fish smelling nasty ass, low life whore ass bitch, and her mom fuck her. It's a shame. You know. The reason why they, first of all, let me calm down. That low life piece of shit, parasite, toxic, black feminist cancer, Negro bedwench, Negro peeing low life mammy bitch, Wanetta Gibson, her ass needs to be underneath the jail. And I'll say it like this: her ass needs to be in a fucking body bag. Yeah, I said it. That bitch should be fucking murdered. And I'm not saying, and don't get it twisted, and don't get that shit fucked up. I am not saying I'm not telling anybody to go out and harm nobody. But what I'm saying is, you know, when people get done wrong like that, when someone goes out and gets murdered, you know, you wonder why some women get murdered the way they do by men. I understand why they do it. I'm not saying it's right, but a lot of times when women lie on men, make false accusations against men, rather be domestic violence, falsely accusing him of being a pedophile when he ain't. You know, look what happened to Michael Jackson. Okay, falsely accusing him of women making lies saying she was sexually harassed by that dude. Women lying on dudes saying that she was sexually harassed by them. She was sexually assaulted. She was raped by a dude, and he did not do that shit. And if they did get together, it was because she consented with the sex. But these bitches want to lie on men, and there's no goddamn fucking consequences. My thing is, the gynocentric, racist ass court system, legal system, law enforcement don't want to do shit. You know these bitches are lying out here doing men dirty, but y'all don't care because you Caucasian males ain't affected like that. Y'all starting to get your nigger moments. That's why you got men's rights. That's why you got MGTOW. But us the so-called black men, we have been fighting for men's rights for the longest. You know, fathers' rights. You know, no issues with cussing, with men. You know, are losing their kids to the family court system, being raised for alimony and child support, being victims of paternity fraud. You wonder why you got a lot of men who hate women? This is why. You wonder why a lot of women getting killed? This is why. Because women treat men like shit and do men dirty and lie on men and lie to men and destroy men's lives and livelihoods and they lose their freedom, and some men unfortunately lose their life because you got these simp ass Captain Sable ass faggot motherfuckers who want to prove their manhood and want to prove how much they love this chick, and they kiss her ass and want to be a Captain Sable when this bitch ain't no fucking danger. And then all of a sudden when that dude gets, and you have men who got her in jail because they killed another man because the bitch fucking lied. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, you had another man he thought he was going to defend this woman, but this woman lied and he got killed. And now you got either way, either they're both dead or one of them is in jail due to violence because the woman started shit and lied. You had towns in history, you had Caucasian females lying on so-called black men, lying on men of color, getting towns being burnt the fuck down. You got families being wiped out. Towns being bombed and shit, like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Florida, Springfield, Illinois. You got little boys being beat to death and murdered like Emmett Till, all because of a lying ass bitch, a racist, man-hating bitch. You know, when Brian Banks was talking about because I did videos about Brian Banks before. You know. Even with before they took down my channel, I spoke up about this before. You know, women making false accusations against men, false accusations of rape against men, false rape accusations. I spoke on this topic before many times. Hold on, I'm making a turn here. Don't mind me. And, and the fact of the matter is people saying, well, women should do the same amount of time as a man. If a man is falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit and a woman lies on him and he spends 10 years in jail, she should do the same amount of sentence. No. I disagree with that. When you got the Brianna Herbert Talbert, lying, saying lying and saying a group of fictitious black men kidnapped her, beat the shit out of her, and raped her, and the cops found out that the bitch was lying. That bitch should have been put underneath the jail. I mean, they said she's going to do a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, that's not enough. She should get the electric chair. She should be in the gas chamber, and she should die. Her life should be taken away because that's just fucking evil and that's a fucking hate crime. These Caucasian bitches and just women, period, they got an advantage. They got privilege and power and influence, and they got the whole feminist regime behind them. I'll be right back. I'm back. Like I said, man, I hate when people lie. And when a woman says that a man did something to her, with me, I gotta get all the facts. I need to know everything. I need to get all sides of the story. I gotta get his side. I gotta get her side. First, I gotta know. I demand that she tells me everything, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. What did she do and didn't do? How did she behave? How did she carry herself? And how did she get down? What led on to what? Because stuff like certain things, don't happen on his own. You know what I'm saying? I need to know. It's the same with the man. I gotta get his side of the story and what he did and didn't do. How he was acting, behaving, and responding. How was she responding? You know what I'm saying? All that, everything. I don't care if you right or wrong. Just tell it all. If you had something to do with it, just tell it all. Same with the women. Tell it all. If you are at fault or not, or in the right, just say it all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get the witnesses. I gotta get proof of evidence and documentation, video footage, pictures, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is I take when someone accuses somebody of somebody violating them. You know what I'm saying? I need all the facts, because you got too many people, specifically women. Same with the kids, man. Same with the children. I trust a child. When a child says someone did such and such to me, usually it's believable. But when you have women, and sometimes simp ass fathers being in their kids' ear saying, say such and such did this to you and all that stuff, you got women coercing children to lie on men, lie on their adults, specifically men, and sometimes women saying, "Oh, he did this to you." You know what I'm saying? There's a pattern here. Women just feel emboldened to lie on men, make false accusations of rape, false accusations of domestic violence, abuse, sexual assault, harassment, just sexual misconduct. When women say something, because let me tell y'all something, when a man says something that a woman did this to him, it's dismissed. It's like a man gotta prove himself 100 times to be convinced, even when he got proof. It's like they look at a man funny. They got y'all people so brainwashed that men's lives don't matter. All men can't be raped. That's bullshit. Men can be raped too. A woman don't have to physically overpower a guy to rape him. Okay, there's many other ways she can do it, and they're a lot smarter doing it than men, because men we just rely on physicality and physical strength to do stuff and get stuff done. Women are more clever, and because and not only that, they've been taught to be more clever and deceptive and manipulative. Men have been told to do everything straightforward, straight out and straight up front, honest. Just influence people by speaking truth to power, just being honest, just shit telling it as it is. Women be lying and deceiving, kissing ass, telling people what they want to hear, exaggerating shit, twisting facts. You know what I'm saying? Leaving stuff out, adding stuff to it. You know what I'm saying? Flipping the truth around. Men don't really do that. Get down like that. We're told to do the honorable thing. Hey, you did something. Tell the truth, own up to it. But women are never responsible for what the fuck they do. And like I said, it bothers me that women can just do this shit. I mean, I'm looking at cases of women making false accusations. I got a ton of articles saved, man, and women, about women making false accusations against men of anything. But all men are rapists, right? And you got stupid bitches like Emily Liddon and that stupid Negro Bedouin dyke, low-life piece of shit cunt bitch Amber Phillips. I can't stand her ugly tar baby mammy ass. Look like she's uglier than Aunt Jemima on that pancake box. Talking her dumb shit, all men are rapists and all that shit. Really, bitch? I mean, first of all, Amber Phillips, let's talk about that. How are all men are rapists? What facts do you have? What happened to you? Because you're just speaking emotional bullshit. You don't have no facts. You don't provide no sources. How are all men are rapists? So every man you came in contact raped you, right? Ain't nobody raping your ugly ass. Bitch, you are an ugly ass nigger bitch. I'm gonna keep it real. You're an ugly ass, tar baby, mammy, man. You look like a goddamn transvestite. I've seen transsexuals, so-called dudes in drag. RuPaul motherfuckers look better than your sorry ass. When I hear feminists who are unattractive, fat, and ugly as hell talk about rape, I'm scratching my head. Well, first of all, ain't no nigga, ain't no dude, ain't no nigga, especially ain't no simp, ain't no manjana, ain't no dude, ain't no male, ain't checking for your ass. So why are you women talking about women like this, women who are ugly as hell, fat as hell, like a fucking whale, talking about rape and all those issues when it never happened to you? You're going off some bitter ass woman telling you something. Well, I know such and such has been raped. My thing is, why didn't she go to the goddamn police when the minute it happened? Don't tell me she's fucking scared. That's bullshit. You got all these sources, all these support groups. You got law enforcement behind you. You got the National Organization for Women behind you, especially if you're a Caucasian female. You got all these organizations that cater and pander to women. Court system and all that shit. Judges, prosecutors side with women. This society is so damn gynocentric. We ain't living if it was some Middle Eastern ass country, okay, but rape don't happen that much in the Middle Eastern countries. in Middle Eastern countries, and same with domestic violence. You know, with these Arab countries and Asian and some African countries. You know why? Because women are they're told, women are told out there to take personal responsibility for what the fuck you do. You're not allowed to act like a dumbass, spoiled ass, white suburban privileged ass dumbass child. You're not told you can act like a teenage girl, do whatever the fuck you want to do, fuck up, crash the damn car, and all that shit, get drunk and high, and let a bunch of dudes run a train on you. You try to get with older dudes, and some of you bitches some of you young teens, man. Some of y'all get freaky because I saw, because there's chicks, that when they're thirsty for sex, they'll run to a dude that's younger than them, and because they think that, oh, I can manipulate him and persuade him. Oh, he's a virgin. I think I convert him. I can get him to sexually fall in line and get him to comply. I'm just keeping it real. Bitches like Emily Linden said, well, it's for the greater good. Fuck you, bitch. Okay, do you have any kids, bitch? Do y'all bitches, you Amber Phillips and women like Oprah Winfrey? Oh, I forgot, bitch can't have no damn kids. Ugly as hell. Oh, she's talking about what happened to her in our fucking past. Really, bitch? I mean, you telling all these different ass stories, talking about you were assaulted, you were abused. But my thing is, when the shit didn't happen, how come you didn't tell somebody? And if something did happen to y'all, to you women who talk about, you talk about when you were molested and raped as a little girl, sexually abused. You got a lot of men who are sexually abused, and guess what? There's women pedophiles too. There's women who are sex offenders too. Oh, but they don't show that because they don't fit the feminist goddamn fucking narrative. You know what I'm saying? You got men hung from trees due to false accusations, particularly from a racist, misandric Caucasian cunt. Caucasian females lying on dudes. You had wars started, people getting murdered, families being wiped out, towns being bombed, burnt the fuck down, people being terrorized because a woman lied on a man. So that dude got killed, or dude got injured, harmed, or his family and friends got murdered in the process. The neighbors got murdered in the process, but because of a lying ass bitch. You have wars being started because a woman lied and said the dude did something. All over the world. This shit is fucking serious. Women lying on dudes, it ain't fucking cool because you're fucking mad. Oh, because he don't want to talk to you. Oh, because he had sex with you, and because he didn't want to stick around, you felt you got taken advantage of. Oh, because you got buyer's remorse. Because I forgot, you found out that dude was undesirable. You didn't want to be caught, be known by your fucking peers, your fake ass friends who ain't your damn friends. Oh, because you don't want to be kicked out of the good old boy, good old girl club. You know the club, that club I'm talking about. Because particularly Caucasian females. When I say it like this, when Karen Olympios falsely accused Demario Jackson for sexual assault, basically rape and all that stuff, and it was cameras that she was the aggressor. She was making moves on him. So what is a man about to do? My thing is, when it comes to chicks like that, oh, and then the stupid ass, racist ass bitch says, I was drunk, I was high. But you was not drunk and high, when you were drinking. When you went up to that goddamn bar, you were in your right frame of mind, bitch. You drunk when you went up to Demario Jackson, bitch. Oh, guess what? You knew what the fuck you were doing. Making out and doing all freaky shit, giving oral sex and all that type of wild shit. You're gonna open your legs for that nigga that coon ass, bitch ass nigga, Demario Jackson, with his self-hating ass, eating your coochie and doing all types of freaky shit. And then this simp ass nigga want to talk about, oh, don't talk about her. I want to protect her and forgive her. And I can't stand you motherfuckers. You want to have love and compassion for these fucking ass hoes when they lying on you and do your ass dirty. Same with Brian Banks. Let me get this. I'm going to explain on that later, a little bit later. Now, men, the reason, the fact of the matter is, you got women, lying on men, innocent men who didn't do nothing, and if they did do something, it was the woman consented to it, or making up a fictitious fake ass male character, a fictitious man, saying that this woman falsely accusing that dude of doing something, and unfortunately he fits the description. Then now his life is ruined because because technically these bitches were bitches were doing hoe ass shit, ratchet shit, and they didn't want caught and be shamed and they didn't want to make their family look bad and the people around them look bad, especially if they come from class and money. Oh, they don't want to fuck that shit up. So then all of a sudden, I forgot, I lost my train of thought. Now she want to cry rape when it wasn't rape, it was consensual sex. Or she want to say it was rape when it wasn't, but no dude was near her. No, the dudes don't even know who the fuck she is. Now she want to cry rape and all that shit for fucking attention and fucking sympathy because she did some fucked up shit instead of being a grown ass woman. Because y'all claim you're more mature than a man, take personal responsibility and learn from your goddamn mistakes. Or some dude broke up with you and don't want to fool with you no more. Or because you got caught cheating on your boyfriend or your husband or even wife. Now all of a sudden you want to cry rape when it didn't fucking happen, when you were a fucking hoe doing hoe ass shit, or you're just mad at the world because ain't no new dude checking for you. Now you want to make up some bullshit and drama and destroy an innocent man's life or an innocent men's life or a group of men's life for fucking attention and gain, and so you can get power and privilege. You're abusing your fucking power. You're abusing your fucking privilege, women, when y'all do that shit. And now, and the only reason why there's no laws, I mean, let me say it like this: the only reason why in this Western system, in this Caucasian supremacist society known as America, free K's, don't get that shit twisted and don't get that shit fucked up. Australia, Canada, the UK, and other Western European countries that are associated, with England. You know what I'm saying? North America, such as United States of America, United States of America, which they really call it, Canada, Australia, because I mean these Western countries and all these are countries of Western influence. These so-called free world countries don't want to these so-called free world countries are so damn fucking gynocentric, cater to women first, women matter, women's lives matter, women's feelings matter, but fuck us men who built this goddamn nation, who built nations, especially my ancestors, my grandfathers and great grandfathers and my male ancestors built this shit, built this motherfucker. The only reason why they don't want to put consequences and charges on women who lie on men is because the only reason why, and I know for a fact the reason why they don't do that in America, because we live under the system of Caucasian supremacy. You know what I'm saying? When Caucasian males get falsely accused by women of color, all ethnic women of color, and they're getting jammed up by the system, and the system fucks them up and fucks their children up, their brothers and uncles and shit, and dads and granddads, then all of a sudden they want to change the goddamn laws. But but the reason why they don't want to do that shit, for a simple fact of the reason is they want to create a gender war. That's number one. Number two, keep racism going, keep the division going. Number two, because when women start being accountable for their actions, guess what? And they can't, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? They'll be exposed for. I mean, I don't know how to put it into words, y'all. But when women start being punished for false accusations, when people being punished for lying on other people, especially when it has a racist intent to it, when people start being punished and prosecuted and put in jail or be fucking murdered with vigilante justice, I agree with that. That's gotta happen. I'm not saying go out and do that. What I'm saying is you're gonna create a climate where when men get sick and tired of being fed up, being falsely accused and lied on, and having our lives ruined by these worthless ass bitches, you're not gonna have a lot of men killing a lot of women in the process. So you're gonna have this divide and this division, and the elites, the upper echelon Caucasian supremacists, and these fucking kike Jewish motherfuckers, are just gonna be justified to make these bullshit ass laws to make it more of a police state. And the reason why they don't want to prosecute women harshly, because in the Western society, because this is a Caucasian country. This is a European societies, And you know, if you start holding women accountable, it'll make the woman is the reflection of the man. So when women start being punished harshly, like they should for doing shit, just like men are punished harshly, guess what? Then women then you expose how racist and evil Caucasian females are. Then when you expose how evil and wicked women are, guess what? The dudes who the people at the top, particularly the men, they will be exposed for their bullshit too, because women are gonna clap back and say, well, it's the dudes who are in power, and guess what? We raised y'all, we gave birth to y'all, and guess what? The reason why y'all in power because of us. So it's like you cater to women, you get the vote and you get power as a man. But the reason why they don't want to expose women for their equal wicked ass ways, because men will actually wake up in masses and put these bitches in check, just like Islam, and just like these Islamic and Arab Middle Eastern countries do, and some Asian countries do. You know what I'm saying? And some African countries in Africa do. You know what I'm saying? So overall, my thing is, if a woman lies on a man, falsely accuses him of rape or anything, or just people lying on other people, period, but specifically when it comes to women falsely accusing a man of rape, domestic violence, sexual assault and battery, harassment, if she's found lying, she should lose her goddamn job and never be able to work again. And you know what I'm saying? It should be a fucking felony. You know what I'm saying? When women lie on men, you know, it should be a form of a terroristic, misandric act, a terrorist, man-hating terrorist act. That's a terrorist act, especially if he got killed in the process. She should be charged with an act of terrorism. You know, another thing, when women are found lying on men and then man goes to jail for it, let's say he does like 20 years, the bitch should do 50 to life, or she should get the electric chair. She should be on death row. Yeah, I said it. Just like they're starting to do, like, you know, just when that case happened with Brianna Herman Tolbert lied on those brothers, said a so-called group of fictitious black men raped her and beat the shit out of her. Guess what? She got like, I think she's gonna get like 10 to 30 years, or she'll probably get off because she's a Caucasian female, white female privilege. White privilege trumps all but white female privilege. You got a double shot of power. You got 10 times power, tenfold the power as a Caucasian, elite Caucasian male. You know what I'm saying? When women lie on men, they should do life in prison. So if it's 20 years, the man did 10 years and they found out he was innocent, the bitch should be able to pay him reparations. The bitch should do a long-term prison sentence. So if I'm back, people. I had to put my phone away because there was a state trooper roaming around the highway. So back to what I'm saying. So if a man does 10 years, let's say he does 10 years, the bitch should do triple the sentence. She should do 20 to 30 years to life in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because you are destroying a person's life. Even when a man is found innocent of these false accusations of abuse claims, sexual abuse, sexual battery. You know what I'm saying? If he's found innocent, acquitted from being accused of rape, you know what I'm saying, or being acquitted from sexual harassment, you know what I'm saying, but specifically being acquitted from sexual assault, being acquitted from rape, basically, and he's found innocent of not raping that woman, and she lied the whole time. You know, she should be underneath the jail, and she should do life in prison. You know, I would say she should do 50 to life. If not, depending how many times she did that, and her past should be used against her, and she has done this before, she should be on death row, and she should die in a gas chamber and get the electric chair. Whatever. I mean, and my thing is, the family of that innocent man and her family should take turns beating the shit out of her. And kill her in the process, and just beat the shit out of her, and then watch her die and suffer. Yeah, it should be like that. Because it's getting out of hand. These women are fucking lying on men, and they feel emboldened to, and this due to feminism, due to Caucasian supremacy at that too. Women feel emboldened to lie, to teach a man a lesson, to hurt a man, to get attention, get sympathy, to people who feel sorry for her and pity her, and so she gets and not be allowed to take personal responsibility. I looked at another article. In my last video, I had to post it in the description box. I was reading an article, and I think in the New York Times, when Nikki Yavino lied on them brothers, lied on them black football players, and they lost their scholarship and they lost their opportunity to be in the NFL, and they were suspended from school for a long time, or got expelled from school for sexual assault and just rape. So, a man being lied on, his life is destroyed. It's worse than rape. He got to deal with the psychological pain and suffering. Got to deal with trust issues. He has a hard time being intimate. He got to look over his shoulder. It fucks up a man psychologically. I was falsely accused of sexual harassment 3 or 4 times in my life. And I can tell you that me being lied on because a bitch didn't like the fact that I checked her ass for disrespecting me. I stood up for myself. I didn't take no shit from her. I put her in a goddamn place. The fact that I ignored her, didn't I kiss her ass, or I wasn't all over her, I didn't give her attention, or I turned her down. Now she want to falsely accuse me of something that I did not fucking do. Falsely accuse me of rape, sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, rape. She want to falsely accuse me of something, lie on me, and destroy my life so she could get a fucking power trip because this fucking low-life cunt is on a fucking pedestal. These bitches are evil. Wanetta Gibson, her ass should be in fucking death row. She should be doing, at least life in prison. Wanetta Gibson should be able to pay, Brian Banks, all that money, like $2.5 million, the $750,000 that for the legal, I don't know what it's for, the legal fees, but $1 million in personal damages. Brian Banks should get more than that. He should get like 30 million, like he should get like $10 million, if you ask me. No amount of money can give this man's time back. He lost 10 years of his life in jail. He can never get that time back. You know what I'm saying? His teenage life in high school, his high school life as a teenager is gone. He can never get that time back. The time he lost in college, he should have been in college. He should have been, out having fun and living his life like everybody else. Brian Banks got in fights, got raped in jail. I'm pretty sure he got raped and abused and terrorized, all types of shit. He's fucked up. But what kills me about Brian Banks, you're gonna forgive these bitches? Fuck that. No, as a man, if you've been falsely accused of something, somebody does you dirty, especially these women out here, you have the right to tell the truth. Tell them that you're fucking pissed off, bitter, and angry as hell, and you have every fucking right to feel that way. Because until those motherfuckers go through it, experience what you experience, be falsely accused of something, they don't know, especially women. Them bitches who lie on men and make false rape accusations, or just lie on men, period, make false accusations as a whole, they need to be in jail. You need to do life. You should do at least 20 years in prison, in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of these women getting away with this shit because of female privilege, especially that Caucasian female. You got these black Negro-European females who want to act like Caucasian females and do the same shit. Oh, I could destroy a nigga's life by lying on them. So basically, you're worse than a Caucasian female. When a woman of color lies on a brother and falsely accuses him of rape when he didn't fucking do it, you're basically telling us the so-called black community, the African populace. You know what I'm saying? Us as people of color, that you are Caucasian supremacist and blackface. You a bed wench, bitch. Wanetta Gibson is a fucking bed wench, and she needs her ass whooped, and somebody needs to take her ass out. These bitches who lie on men, like Corinne Olympios, Nikki Ivano, Brianna Herman Tolbert, and all these other handkerchief head Negro bed wench type of females who hate black men with a fucking passion, they all should fucking die. They need to be beat to death, and there should be vigilante justice. You know what I'm saying? I should hear on a news report that they were carried out in body bags. and they should have a fucking funeral. Oh, you say, oh, Calvin, why would you say something like that? No, I'm tired of this shit, man. You know, this is war out here. We are men. There's a war on men, especially black men. We need to fight back and clap back. I'm not saying you should just beat up a chick. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, it's okay. I can understand why men kill women, especially when they've been done wrong like that. Because that's pure and plain evil. That's hatred. Anytime a woman lies on a man like that, she's a man hater. She's sexist. She's a misandric bitch. She's a sexist bigot. She's a feminist. And I'm not saying, dude, you got women raping men. You got men raping women. You got homosexual rape too, like man on man and woman on woman. Nobody talks about the women on women raping each other. You don't talk about these female child molesters and these female sex offenders out here, female rapists that do exist. But no, y'all want to say a man did it. Y'all want to attack men because there's an agenda to castrate and destroy the straight man, especially straight men of color. The upper echelon Caucasian supremacists, the elites, put women on pedestals, because they know that y'all bitches are stupid as hell. Y'all raise the kids, and you're easily manipulated and controlled by your emotions and desires. Y'all materialistic. You've been brought up to be worship money and materialistic items and all that, and status and shit. So they're gonna play on that. They attack your emotions. They attack your insecurities. And they do that so they can get your vote. Women without men cannot be in positions of power without the help of a woman. And that's a clear fact. Women raise the kids. So when you take the man out the household and it's just a woman, and you take her out the household when she's forced to work, or you put her on welfare and shit like that, and she's dependent on the state, guess what? The system, the government, the system, overall system has control of the children. Jails are filled. Now you got women who are slaves to the system. Now they can be on welfare and all that shit, get handouts, and all the men have to work hard, 100 times harder to make them wealthy while we struggling out here. Y'all being played. But women, I'm telling you, this karma is real. Y'all think y'all can just lie on men and just no consequences? One day you're gonna have a lot of men who are gonna get sick and tired of this shit, and they're gonna be the police. They're gonna be the mob. And get vigilante justice and take y'all bitches out. Okay? When a woman lies on a man, she should do life in prison, or and she has done that too many times, and her past should be used against her, especially when she has a past of being a fucking whore and lying on men in the past. She should get death row because she's dangerous. So y'all want to go with this dumbass logic of, well, it's for the greater good. Well, so when men kill women, it's for the greater good too. So when men beat the shit out of women and kill them and torture the fuck out of them, and where they die from their injuries or kill them completely in cold blood, it's for the greater good. You got too many liars out here. Women are the biggest liars on the fucking planet. They feel so emboldened to lie on men and hurt men, and they take pleasure out of it. They're drunk off their power. They're on their pedestal. But the feminists don't want to know. Don't want to show what overall, man. I'm going to say it like this. I don't feel sorry. As far as women who are actual victims of rape, I don't feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes a lot of women play too many fucking games, put themselves in harm's way, and I'm not victim blaming. But at the same time, men shouldn't be victim blaming either. Well, you should never talk to that chick. You should never have sex with her. You should do this and that. Or you should have watched how you behave. Victim blaming, that's victim blaming too. Women should dress a certain, should never been dressed so provocative, being all teasing men with flaunting their sexuality, being promiscuous and all types of shit. Being a tease, shorting their stuff, showing out, exposing their ass and titties, doing simulated porn, doing these I don't know what you call it, but you all know what I'm trying to say. Exposing their sexuality and flaunting their sexuality and teasing men. Y'all shouldn't do that shit. Y'all been warned at the time before you hit puberty, before you become an adolescent, before you become an adult, as an adult woman, as a girl becoming a woman, not to do that shit, but y'all do that anyway because y'all think that the system will protect you. The system don't give a damn about y'all bitches. No, they give a damn about you making them wealthy when you blow your money on dumb shit, and they give a damn about your vote. That's why the only reason why they let women vote, because they're easy to control and manipulate. You control the narrative, women will buy into anything because they're so emotional. You know, and actually men fought and died and actually got killed. My ancestors, my great grandfathers got murdered in the process for the right to vote. You know, because he earned it. Men earned the right to vote. We fought and died rightfully and wrongfully, fought in wars so we can get the freedoms that y'all bitches take for granted. We don't even get to enjoy those freedoms. But I don't feel bad for these women who are actual victims, because you know why? Because you good women, y'all know these bitches are doing dirt, but y'all don't want to call them out because you're afraid of being kicked out of the club, kicked out of the girlfriend's club. You're afraid of not being able to fit in with the status quo. Y'all are afraid to be alone and lonely and be an outcast. Aisha Curry ain't afraid to say shit. She'll tell women to straighten the fuck up. Erykah Badu. You know, Mayim Bialik. Eddie and the Texas Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson told y'all bitches to wise the fuck up and carry yourself with class and dignity and stop doing whole ass ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, them bitches are brave. I'm sorry. My bad. Those ladies are brave for speaking out, and I respect them for it. And I got a video for them sometime this week. But anyway, But one thing about Brian Banks, and I respect Nelly and Tavis Smiley and Nelly fighting back and saying, hey, them bitches are lying on me. They're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? I respect them brothers for that. You know, but my thing is, as men, especially men of color, as you know, I'm speaking black men specifically, hey, if you're mad if someone lied on you and you did a long time in jail, and you went through all this shit, and you got the sick social stigma, say you're angry, say you're pissed the fuck off. And so stop taking the high road. Call these bitches out on their bullshit. Don't help them with these causes. Don't help them with the programs for domestic violence and help have these laws passed to protect women, but they are the shit starters. You know, don't help these women who claim to be victims of rape and abuse. Don't help them out. Don't donate to breast cancer because they ain't helping us. So why the fuck should we help them? Until these good women speak out and call these evil ass women out and hold them accountable and hold their feet to the fire. These bitches, I'm going to tell y'all like this: when y'all don't check women like Amber Rose and Oprah Winfrey, or call them out on their bullshit and these other evil ass thoughts and bitches and sluts and hoes, when y'all don't hold them accountable, you're making it hard for people who are actually victims. You're making it hard for women who are actually victims of those violent crimes of rape, domestic violence, because y'all too afraid to speak out because you want to fit in with the clique. Y'all bitches need to grow the fuck up. Stop trying to be everybody's friend. Stop trying to be every woman's friend. Every woman ain't your best friend. That same female will take your man and you'll be mad as hell. Okay? Bitch, y'all women need to wake the fuck up. Stop saving these women who don't act right. You need to hold them accountable and call them out on their bullshit. You know, and stop worrying about, well, what if this happens to me? How about you make smart decisions and you don't have to worry about that shit? How about use your head and take personal responsibility in your life? But anyway, yes, women should do life in prison or get get death row. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace.